Hello and welcome to season 3, episode 3 of Tech Town.
Tech Town!
Tech Town, where we talk all things tech, coming right here at you on the interwebs.
That's right.
I am Mr. Ellsberg, and this is our town wizard.
Hello.
We're going to be talking all things aliens today. Whoa!
Nice toss of the alien head. So, as you can see, this whole show is going to be a little out of this world.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be talking aliens, and so conspiracy theorists, get your pens and papers, or OneNotes, or...
That's right. We don't do paper anymore.
No, we don't do paper.
No. Get your OneNotes ready. Because we're
aliens
talking...
despise paper.
We're talking aliens.
We're talking aliens.
So, this is really about aliens and tech, you know, because... aliens have a lot of, basically anything in society you can think of is affected by aliens. So we're going to talk about the technology part of it. Okay, aliens. First of all, are they out there?
Well, I mean, you tell me.
Well,
is there any new evidence?
There are people looking.
Found my technology?
There's absolutely. So that's what's really cool. So there are people out there looking. So one of the main people is called SETI. S-E-T-I.
This is a person.
This is an organization. Yeah, and they are the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence organization. And so what they do is that they just scour the universe as scientists. You know, they're trying to be as scientific as possible. All right. And trying to figure out, are there aliens out there? And so one thing that I think
are these like scientists or like the scientists somebody here on History Channel that say aliens built the pyramids?
No. See, that's one thing is that I enjoy me an alien show or two.
Right.
On the, whatever networks that are not really scientific anymore. Right. But fun to watch. But most of that, I think you got to kind of throw out.
Okay, so this is not those kinds.
This is not those kinds. No, this is like legit scientists.
Okay.
So, because that's all we bring at Tech Town. I'm not going to give you any lower quality than that.
I might do differently.
Well, good. Well, that's why you have me.
Yeah.
All right. So, so they're scientists, a group of scientists. They don't just work for. Some people just work for the organization, but it's just an organization where anybody who wants can contribute to it, and even you can contribute to it. Okay. So
I like the sound of that.
Check this out. This is SETI at Home. And I heard about this a long time ago, and I didn't quite really understand what it was. And then once I've learned about it and done other things, it all is coming together now. So check this out. This is the website for SETI at Home. It's run by Berkeley in California. But
another organization.
Boo, hiss. So
I can see why you like it.
Yeah. So SETI at Home is software that runs on your computer, so you can just download it.
Right. And
it's helping to search for aliens.
Okay, but now it involves all of the guys that are like on the History Channel.
No.
The aliens built pyramids in Antarctica.
No, I promise it's not that yet. Nope. See, what this does is that so your computer is helping crunch numbers that somewhere in those numbers may be aliens. So what's great is that this organization knows that if you can pile through all of this information that they're getting from all their satellites and telescopes everywhere, that maybe we can find aliens, but there's just too much of it. There's too much data.
How's that going to affect your internet web speed?
It's a good question, right?
So if they're using your computer,
it actually your bandwidth not as much because it's not actually downloading or uploading too much. It's going to use your CPU. So it's going to download a bunch of information, and then use your computer's CPU to like process it, and then send and upload and stuff. So it's actually both, but you can set it up so that it's not using it all the time. You can just use it when you're not using it.
Oh,
so that's the idea.
Crazy.
Yeah, and so I ran it for a little while, and it was pretty cool. So you can check it out. This is the website. You just download the software. It works, I think, on Mac and PC. And you just let it run and it finds aliens. See, what I'm really curious is it going to just like pop up with a pop-up saying, found them! Like,
woo! Do you think that they've thought of this already?
What do you mean?
Like,
the aliens?
Well, if they find evidence, these scientists, did they like program something like that to happen?
See, okay, so I would guess that no. I mean, I bet they have some sort of joke in there somewhere. Right. But no, as far as like finding aliens, you wouldn't find aliens. What you would find is data that then they would calculate into some other data. Right. That then I think still passes through their human like ideas.
Okay.
So I don't think
data through human lens ideas.
Yeah, I don't think they program everything that they know into your computer. They program just enough into your computer to process some stuff and then find like averages.
Right.
So imagine it does averaging and like, you know, what's the maximum and minimum.
So wait, is it just gonna like tell you where the aliens are, or they're just gonna be like, hey, we looked at some numbers, and now
we're gonna get to that because all of this is so theoretical that it's hard to even pin down to like what are we actually knowing here?
Yeah, what do they look like?
So
are they green? I mean, it's gonna say that in the numbers.
So that's another question: is there certain things, characteristics that aliens might have? So, all right, so start it here. So much to talk about. Starting from,
I mean, I got questions.
The Fermi paradox. This is a good place to start.
Okay.
The Fermi paradox says, what is the likelihood of there being the conditions for life in the universe? So if there's the conditions for life, like whatever that is, you know, it's the right mixtures. We don't, you know, we have theories on that too. We can get into that later. But if there were the right planets, you know, let's say it's like Earth even. Right. And so they start saying, okay, what about Earth-like planets? Atmosphere like this, temperature like this.
Water, whatever the things are.
Exactly. Yeah, so they started calculating this. Exactly. Yeah. They started calculating, okay, out of all of the planets, potential Earth-sized planets out there, how many could be like ours? And how long has the universe been in existence? Okay. And the whole point is, well, wouldn't aliens have grown out because the odds are so high because there's so much space and so many planets everywhere that the aliens would have already like happened. Right. And they're just studying our universe. I mean, how many other universes are there? Yeah, well, you know, this paradox, this can't you go even further. Right. You know, like what's so it's breaking my brain. So so there's a couple answers to that. Either number one is aliens never have contacted us and never will. Okay. Because they don't exist. Right. Number two is they do exist but will never contact us for some reason. Right. You know, just never. Number three is that they will and have, but it's covered up as a conspiracy. Talk a little about that. Right. Or number four is that they're going to in the future but just haven't. And it's just that rare. So there's this theory of the rare Earth, like Earth is a one-of-a-kind thing. Right. Or not. So it all gets wrapped up in this, but we're going to keep it scientific. Well, controversies are popular. You know, we want to boost our ratings. Yeah. So maybe we should talk a little bit more about those. Yeah. Well, okay. We're never giving in. We're never giving into the ratings. So here's an interesting one. A couple days ago, Edward Snowden, he's the one who leaked all the NSA information, and blew everybody's mind. So he now residing in Russia, not Russia. Right. Yeah. He was on a podcast with Neil deGrasse Tyson called Star Talk. Check it out. It's a cool podcast. Yep. And he was saying, new take on this Fermi's paradox that says, well, if there's so many planets and so many possibility of aliens, why haven't they contacted us yet? His take was, well, maybe they have, but the way that they contacted us was encrypted. So we couldn't detect like understandable stuff because they had started encrypting everything. So imagine where we are as humans in our lives, with the NSA and all this craziness, we're starting to encrypt stuff. And now when we're beaming everything out to the satellites, you know, we used to be beaming out just plain things that aliens could see and understand. Now it's all encrypted. So he was saying, well, we may be contacted by aliens, but it's encrypted, so we can't even tell that they're saying the things that they're saying. And then encryption is something that's just came about in the last however many years. For us. Yeah, for us. Well, I mean, what's beyond encryption? Well, there's that too. You know, like there's probably maybe something even beyond that. Yeah, we'll wait on that because our society has only gotten to encryption. But so it's just another twist on this whole like how are we going to know if aliens are out there? Right. One last twist on that twist, the double twist. Yeah, I got double twist. You're almost 180 degrees right now. Here we go. All right. So nice job, Edward Snowden. I respect what you're saying, but there's only one thing about that. I don't think that's the case because if we detect any signal, we're gonna like check it out. Right. I don't think it's that we're getting the signal, but it's encrypted that we don't understand. I think it's like the medium. So there's a link I have in here where someone wrote about this, right? So like, what's not impressive is the message. What's impressive is the medium. Like if we can figure out how to read anything from aliens, well, like then, sound waves, or future verbal waves. Yeah, maybe like catching a pigeon's foot.
it's got a letter on it.
Yeah, is that how aliens communicate?
I mean, maybe they got some interstellar pigeons. That's all I'm saying.
I bet so. All right.
Waterloo.
Okay. Aliens. All right, so moving on. Stephen Hawking, right? We always got to figure out, check in with our good buddy Stephen Hawking.
Super smart.
So he helped launch a $100 million search for aliens recently. So he has
$100 million?
No,
or he just was able to.
He helped launch it. Like, he's going to be one of
dang.
the scientists doing this. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, so he and his fellow scientists are going to have at it and try and find aliens. So I mean, it's on.
Wow.
And so how are they finding these planets? We're talking about planets and what the conditions for alien life.
Right.
They're finding planets.
They've got like a telescope, right?
So yeah, but let that like blow your mind for a second. They're detecting other planets out in galaxies that are far away, which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, how far away are they?
Like hundreds of light years away.
I don't even know what a light year is.
Oh yeah, distance that light travels takes a year. How far is that? So when light's traveling.
How far is that?
It takes a year. Well, it's 165,000 meters per second or something. Whatever it is, ridiculously fast.
I can't even imagine how far that is.
Yeah. So I think that's the thing.
Your brain.
Now
you're telling me things that I can't even fathom.
Nope.
With my human brain.
Me either.
All right. So
we'll keep going.
Yeah. Well, like,
right. So in other galaxies, right, they're seeing planets using these, crazy detection methods. So I have links to actually how it's done. Okay. But there's this special telescope called the Kepler Space Telescope. It's launched into space, and it can sense these crazy, like, I think one of the ways it works, and you got to watch the video to make sure, is also by sensing gravity. So like you can sense, you don't see it with visible waves. What you see is you sense the gravity from things that the effect is noticing on the nearby sun. So you know how the Earth is pulled around the sun, right? But the sun actually gets pulled by the Earth a little bit,
right? So they're actually
they measure
seeing
the
that
star
to see
moving. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so
because you can't just see a planet;
it's way too far away.
So
it doesn't have light, is it?
Right, it doesn't emit light, so you'd have to get the star.
And so sometimes you look for shadows,
right? And
sometimes you look for these gravity things.
But sometimes I would assume that the suns are so big, too, and the Earths are so small, or planets or whatever.
And that's why they didn't find them up until like 10 years ago.
Jeez,
because it's not easy.
I mean,
but watch these videos. There's really cool videos and YouTube things of people and how they do this. It's cool. Okay, one last little topic I think is fun is the tardigrades and the extremophiles. Okay, so
I mean,
hold on now.
Is this like Hunger Games or what?
It sounds like it, doesn't it? No, this is like biology Hunger Games.
Okay, biological Hunger Games.
Mini Hunger Games.
All right, cool. Kids killing kids.
So Okay, so extremophiles are what the biologists call these little tiny organisms that can live in super, super crazy extreme temperatures and conditions and no oxygen.
I think I know you're talking
about. So they live in like volcanoes, or they live, in sulfuric acid.
Right.
And like
these are like the first things, right?
Not even. It's just kind of the ones that have evolved in these situations where they just don't deal with it.
The ones that are at the very edge of what is possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we found them in these crazy places and captured them.
Right.
And they're little, under the microscope, they're little cute and cuddly creatures.
Right.
So like, it looks almost like a little teddy bear or something. This tardigrade
thing.
Yeah.
The tardigrade.
Yeah, you gotta find one of those. But
all right. So I've heard of these guys too.
Yeah. So these guys are living in the hottest places ever, and what they did is they take them to space. And they say, can they survive in space? And they can. So the idea is, if anything can survive in space, these little guys can. So maybe something else can.
Right.
So it's possible.
Okay. So, but I mean, are they like shooting these tardigrades out into space to colonize other places?
I don't think so. I haven't heard of that.
Okay.
So far, just studying, but maybe.
Right.
Maybe they sent. So what we did send out though, is a message, a couple messages.
Right.
Huh. So on some of our spacecraft that we've built as the United States or humanity, we've sent out some things. So one of them is a golden record, and we'll talk about that, the music on it, in a second. Another thing that we've been doing is broadcasting. So we've specifically been broadcasting things to aliens, but more in general, don't even worry about that. Think of all of the electromagnetic frequency that just started exploding out of Earth.
Right.
So like about 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whenever, there was almost no electromagnetic stuff except for like lightning or whatever.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we started getting radio, just the radio, FM radio, AM radio, started broadcasting from these towers, but all that's going into space. And now with all these satellites and everything, broadcasting everything, it's all just going out into space.
Right.
So if you were out there just kind of soaking it all in, you'd be getting it. So we're basically broadcasting everything out there.
Right. Well, doesn't it it even get weaker, like when like sound waves travel? Don't they lessen in power? I mean, that's why it's like hard to hear FM stations.
Yeah. So these aren't sound waves anymore. These are electromagnetic waves, radio waves.
Oh wow.
But even so, they do get weaker. So it's not like they will be there forever or whatever. But they do go because once you get into space, there's so little resistance. Whatever it is just gonna go. So that's why we can see stars.
So what's on this record? I mean,
so that's the music segment. We'll get to that. Yeah. All right. So
music segment.
Last is life on Mars. There is evidence of life on Mars.
Okay.
But not really.
I mean, is Elon Musk going up there right now?
He's trying. He's trying to get everybody going. So we'll get there. But so far, there are two versions of life on Mars that we found. One of them is building blocks of life and water.
Okay.
So like it's not actual life, but it's like
building blocks, things that you need to create life.
Or could have been the aftermath, either way, right?
Right. Okay.
And
residual.
There's some not quite so scientific, but real photographs of stuff that looks like real stuff on Mars. That's not probably real.
Now we're getting into the conspiracy.
Yeah, nice. This is good. I gotta give a little warning. Oh, nice with the hat. So I gotta show some of these photos. All right, so you got like a crazy iguana lizard. So these are all on Mars. Pictures from Mars. All right, what else we got? We got something.
I mean, this just looks like random stuff.
That looks like random stuff, but hold on.
And that thing on the left,
Star
that
Wars
looks like
a spaceship.
Okay, the thing on the left actually looks like a robot.
Yeah, the robot spaceship for sure. Okay, hold on though. See, little iguana lizard guy.
Okay, they look like rocks.
Yeah, a little bit like rocks. How about that? It's climbing. It's climbing. Definitely climbing.
I mean, I don't know. That's
a pyramid. Straight pyramid.
Okay, but
somebody built a pyramid on Mars.
All right, but I've seen rocks.
A floating rock. I mean, have you seen a floating rock on Mars? So you got a little creature coming out of its cave.
I mean, I don't
know. All right, so good.
Okay.
So now we're getting into the territory. But bottom line is, it's fun to think about there might be life on Mars. There may or may not be.
Okay.
Last, want to give you the Town Wizard picks of the week.
Right.
And these are about movies about extraterrestrials.
Okay, extraterrestrial picks.
Extraterrestrial picks.
No, this is a special segment.
Special segment. Town Wizard picks.
Town Wizard picks. All right.
All right. So you got to see the movie Contact.
Contact's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Jodie Foster.
Yep. Whatever his name is, Matthew McConaughey.
I don't think he's in it.
I think he is.
No, I think is he in that one?
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, he's in it.
Okay.
Go see it again. You got to see it.
All right.
It's
all right.
Exactly. All right. Next, District 9. You ever see that?
Good. Yeah, also good. South Africa.
Yeah, it was great.
I like that.
Yeah.
A little sociological experiment.
Right, because it does a good job of like not saying what happens if aliens made contact with Earth, but it's like after aliens were in Earth and then sort of like prejudiced against.
Right.
Like, and we like oppressed them.
Right. So they're like refugees. Or something.
Refugee aliens, right.
Refugee aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
The movie Alien and the whole series, but also good
based
sci-fi.
On a true story, some say. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Alien. Wow. E.T., always good.
Mm-hmm.
The Iron Giant. It's an animated movie. You ever see that?
I've seen a little bit of it.
It's a good movie.
Maybe like the trailers.
It's a very heartwarming movie.
Okay.
It's the robot thing is an alien actually, so it seems like it's a robot, but it's an alien.
Okay.
I'll
give it to you.
Okay. K-Pax. You ever seen K-Pax? Kevin Spacey?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, you gotta see it.
Okay.
It's different. It's weird.
I mean, like, is Deep Spacey?
Deep Spacey 9?
Yeah, I think so.
No. Obviously Independence Day.
Yeah, classic. I mean, that's
about
U.S. history.
Yeah,
right
when
there.
aliens made contact.
History, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith just
he punches an alien
right in the face.
Yeah, right in the face.
You know, or whatever.
Yeah,
that part is right. It's facial equivalent.
Right.
Yeah.
Men in Black.
Another Will Smith.
Classic. He likes fighting aliens. And Flight of the Navigator. That's a good old. All right.
We got a little bit of independent music there for you.
Yeah, that's right.
We won't get shut down from that one.
No.
Probably we might.
Well, no, it was.
We might sue ourselves.
Well, that's true if we hit it big.
Yeah.
When we hit it big.
Yeah.
All right. So this week's music website is actually the music that was sent on this golden record that was sent out to space.
Right. And when did they send this?
So this was on the Voyager mission.
Okay.
So yeah, here I'm trying to get the video of it up.
You know, they say Mercury's in retrograde right now. So
that's what they say.
That's what they say, and so it's just not moving as fast. The interwebs.
Yeah, is that the deal?
I mean, I'm just making up excuses. Boom.
Oh.
Boom. Oh. And we did good there.
Yeah, that's nice. All right. So, New Horizons is the one that's going to carry this digital record.
Okay.
But the digital record echoes the one from the golden record from Voyager 1 and Voyager 2.
Okay.
So these ones are the ones that go outside the solar system.
Okay.
So this one's like out past Pluto, just went past Pluto, and oh my goodness. So they're carrying this music. Now, which music is it? That's this music side of the week, and it's got some classic hits. It's very international. If your internet's not doing good, I wonder if it's streaming. Anyway, Well, anyway, check out the golden record.
Retrograde right now.
Deep retrograde.
Yeah. Get in there and check out those sites below. Remember, we always put our sites below in the Show Me More section.
Yeah.
Boom. Which brings us to
Mr. Ellsberg's side of the week. Nice. Pass that hat.
Yeah, get off me. All right, this week we got kind of a cool tool that you can use on your Google Chrome. And then if you go ahead and just add a new tab, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's called Momentum. And basically, it puts a new photo from somewhere cool on one of your tabs. It puts the temperature of where you live. Nice. It says the time. Nice. And then it talks about what your main focus is today. And obviously today it was aliens.
Oh, that is our main focus.
Our main focus. Today, think aliens.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I thought of it and I'm done.
Excellent.
Okay. And there you go. And right below it says it's got a nice little thing there that says our attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards us. A little bit of nice thing for you. And then, you can jump to your links and get all this stuff, but it's just kind of a nice different way of jumping into the different tabs, which I like.